Hello, it is your dog, Kimchi here. Today, I'm going to review the brand new doggy camera from Insta360, the GO3. The tiny white camera on my back that captures my POV. Oops, booty! It shoots 2.7K super wide. It even captures my neck fat. I can put it on my back, put it on my belly, so you can have a unique look at my favorite place to sniff and poop on Santa Monica Pier.
Kimchi, what the hell are you doing? You only have one poop. No, second poop?
Here is my personal camera guy, Hugh. He always films me and it's so annoying. But I go along with it for a treat. Look at him. Put the GO2 and the GO3 on his silly head and iPhone in his face for a stabilization test. The real stabilization test should be this.
Oh no!
In my in-depth review, we will compare the GO3 with GO2, Insta360 ONE RS, Insta360 X3, and even the iPhone 14 Pro to find out which one has the best image quality. Oh, burst! Gonna hit them all! Okay, I'm gonna test the GO3 in low light. Oh, that is ugly. Don't use that. Oh no, not a bath. I like being dirty. Oops, the camera has jumped. My bath water is so dirty. Oh, a chewy bone. Just what I need. Hey, give me back! I'm hungry. Let's go!
A few moments later.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's the camera guy Hugh here. Kimchi is sleeping now, so I'm going to do the rest of the review for him. Let's talk about how we attach the Kimchi cam on Kimchi and show you why the action part right here is a game changer for getting the perfect camera angle. So we are gonna do it in FreeFrame mode because Kimchi can move a lot. We need the max stabilization, which I can't design if I want to do vertical or horizontal. So we're gonna do that in 50 frames per second. How can check framing? So we can check framing right here. Sometimes it's harder to do with Kimchi because he's crazy. Alright, wait, hold on. Let me see. Kimchi, stop it. Okay, so now we can see Kimchi a little bit better, but I can't really see him. Okay, give me a kissy. Kimchi, give me a kissy. Oh, give me a kissy. Oh, you're licking something else. Ew, Kimchi. Here is what we found. Even though the biggest update feature of GO3 is this brand new 2.7K video mode, the stabilization is not as good as the FreeFrame video mode, which is basically the Pro mode in the GO2. Even though I set the stabilization level to 3, I still think the stabilization is not as good as FreeFrame. I feel like it is missing the 360 horizon lock in 2.7K video mode. As you see here, the horizon line is not as straight and it is drifting left to right, especially when Kimchi does that. Here is FreeFrame video mode and process the footage in the desktop Insta360 Studio app. The horizon line is straight. Even Kimchi does that shake, we see the horizon line is kept better than 2.7K mode. We later increased the difficulty of the test by putting the GO3 under Kimchi's mouth. It is shaking badly and Kimchi is kicking the camera while he's walking. But the result, it is still pretty good. Both Kimchi and I love this POV view of the world, and only GO3 is light enough to do that. Because FreeFrame captures the full image circle, and can rely on Insta360's famous 360 stabilization algorithm they developed for their 360 cameras like the Insta360 X3. We get even better results when we reframe it to 9x16 TikTok format, simply because the software can now use more of the horizon pixel to lock down the center of the frame. Oh yes, another advantage of using the FreeFrame mode is to shoot first and design the framing later. It is great for hybrid shooter like me who publish on both YouTube 16:9 and on Instagram 9:16. FreeFrame also gets the benefit of ProRes flawless render. If you use DaVinci Resolve and the MacBook Pro, you will appreciate this flawless format in both editing and the image quality increase. So in conclusion, even though every other overhyped reviewer on the internet will tell you how great the new 2.7K video mode is, the FreeFrame video mode is still better for most action sport using GO3. Oh, did I tell you that the FreeFrame mode also gives you 50 frames per second? FPV pilot, you are welcome. Well, the FreeFrame video mode does exactly the same and has the same image resolution as the GO2 Pro video mode. So should you even upgrade to GO3? Well, let's compare and find out. One GO2, GO3, and my iPhone. Rolling right now. I gotta run. Okay, let's run. The stabilization is super good on the GO3. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is shaking all over the place as expected. The GO2 has a better horizon lock, but it shakes the image and creates that jello effect, which you cannot fix it in post. So it's very bad. We do notice a big horizon shift right here on the GO3. My guess is the algorithm is freaking out here because I did a 180-degree turn and shot my head sideways. So yes, there is still some homework Insta360 need to fix in their firmware to get a more consistent horizon lock result like on the GO2. See, no other overhyped reviewer on the internet will show you that because they all probably sponsored by Insta360. This video is not sponsored, and I will continue to show you everything you need to know, good or bad. Keep watching. In other amazing update I really appreciate Insta360 did is the ability to adjust in-sensor sharpening in the camera menu. Right here, I set it to medium just to be fair on this comparison, but in general, I highly recommend setting it all the way to low to get rid of that ugly action camera look, commonly found in GoPro type of cameras. As you see here, the GO3 has a softer look than GO2, but in a very good way. Let's zoom in on Kitty's armpit.
Ew!
As you see, the line is fuzzy and lots of artifacts around it. GO3 has a smoother result, but still not as good as the iPhone Pro Max main camera. Well, my iPhone 14 main camera is 48 megapixel, 1/1.28 inch image sensor that captures in 4K, so it is an unfair comparison. But the fact that the GO3 is getting close to that image quality is a very good news. Let's talk about audio next. As you see, I have lots of microphones attached on my body when doing this review. So let's take a listen. Let's compare the GO2 versus GO3 and versus the iPhone. Let's hold on recording, and I gotta run like an idiot. Let's compare the GO2 versus GO3 and versus the iPhone. Let's hold on recording, and I gotta run like an idiot. Let's compare the GO2 versus GO3 and versus the iPhone. Let's hold on recording, and I gotta run like an idiot. Let's compare the GO2 versus GO3 and versus the iPhone. Let's hold on recording, and I gotta run like an idiot. After listening to all 4 tracks, what do you think? Comment below. Even though the GO3 now has 2 microphones, I don't think the audio quality is better than the iPhone, and certainly nowhere compared to a professional lav solution right here. As I have here is the brand new Holy Land Nord Max microphone with ENC noise cancelling. Check out the in-depth review right here. It is a perfect companion to the GO3 if you care about professional sounding audios for your vlog. Now we go one step further to compare the GO3 with Insta360 ONE RS, X3, and the iPhone front camera. Let's start by saying it is unfair to compare a 4K camera to a 2.7K action camera. But a wise Shiba Inu once said, the best camera is the one with you all the time. And my iPhone 14 Pro Max is always with me in my pocket. The result, as you can clearly see, iPhone front camera is still better than any of these cameras. OneRS 4K comes second, GO3 comes third, better than the GO2 and a lot better than the Insta360 X3, which is a 360 camera. I don't think anybody did this kind of comparison except Kimchi. Oh yes, it's Kimchi's idea. So, if you are new here and appreciate our unique honesty in this overhyped review world, consider following us, give this video a thumb up, and drop Kimchi a thank you comment down below. Kimchi check all his comments, right Kimchi? Let's talk about low light and motion blur. Kimchi insists on testing the GO3 in the underpass of Santa Monica Pier.
Ew.
What just happened?
I don't want to know. It was a bunch of seagull poop.
Oh, Kimchi, you got seagull poop. Here is the result. Yes, it is unusable. So don't bother to use your GO3 when there's not enough light. But Insta360 does make an effort to improve GO3 low light performance to introduce low light stabilization. You can turn it on by swiping right and pick right here. It's kind of a hidden secret feature. Here is a low light stabilization turned off in the nighttime car ride with Kimchi. You see, it is very bad. Here is with low light stabilization turned on. Wow, it is a world of difference. So if you have to use GO3 at night, please turn this mode on and thank Kimchi for this extra hidden tip. GO3 is also waterproof all the way to 16 feet 5 meters. As you see right here, the GO3 is underneath Kimchi's dirty bath water. He is a dirty boy. If you have watched other reviews, you know one of the advantages of GO3 is the magnetic design. It allows you to mount the camera literally anywhere to capture an interesting perspective. But if I see one more influencer put the camera in a chip bag, I'm gonna...
Wow, calm down, camera guy.
I'm sorry, Kimchi. Where is the originality this day? Everyone just copied the same viral idea instead of coming up with something fresh. The copycat TikTok culture has to stop in order to let true artists to shine and be discovered. The action part right here, it is the coolest feature for vlogger because I can finally not rely on my phone. If I had my phone as it captures better image quality than the action camera, why I even bother to use it, right? This is the biggest problem of GO2 and why you should consider upgrade to GO3. But the Bluetooth has a range. As you see the test right here, I lost the connection immediately when I lost the line of sight. The range is like 5 meters or less, so I hope Insta360 can improve this in the future firmware update to really make this useful for remote monitoring in action sports. Now come to my biggest complaint as a heavy GO2 user. GO3 is slightly bigger than GO2. Visually, you really cannot tell, but when you try to fit the GO3 into all your expensive GO2 accessory, you quickly realize they do not fit. I cannot use my underwater housing or my mounts right here. So if you are selling your GO2 for the GO3, you need to sell all your accessory as well. They all become useless. Except my ND filter right here by FreeFrame. Lens guard and ND on GO2 will fit on GO3. By the way, ND filter is my other secret on getting cinematic outdoor footage with the GO3. If you can control your shutter speed outdoors, you can avoid these gyro shaking artifacts in motion and have beautiful motion blur when you follow the 180 shutter angle principle. Well, Kimchi's always try to offer extra value to his viewer, so don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. Thank you for being here with me and Kimchi and watch our shenanigans on Santa Monica Pier. I hope our honest review helped you to decide on this brand new Insta360 GO3. Do you know you can get 2 GO3 or 1 GO3 and 1 GO2 like what you see on my head and create 3D VR 150 video for MetaQuest or the new Apple Vision Pro? 3D is going to be huge in the coming months. And if you want to know how you can create that, check out this DaVinci Resolve tutorial right here on how to create the world's smallest 3D camera setup with this camera. If you like my new microphone right here, the Holy Land Lord Max, check out this review right here. And Kimchi and I will see you in the next video.